Good evening and welcome to Netzach Yisrael's daily Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Shir. Tonight we're going to complete Siman Samach Zayin, Hilchos Nedarim Shavuos, the halachas of different types of promises. Avoyod Aleph Seifim. Tonight we're going to do from Seif Ches to Seif Yod Aleph. Seif Ches. Kitzur Matir Nesanadei HaShavua. How does one annul a promise or a vow? One goes and approaches three men who are B'nai Torah, who are learned people. One of whom is an expert with the laws of vows. And this person in particular knows which type of vow you can annul and which you can't, and how to annul them. And they will annul this vow for him. One who makes a promise in a dream should annul it in front of 10 B'nai Torah. Seif Tes. Even though regarding all of the mitzvahs in the Torah, a boy only becomes a gadol, only becomes bar mitzvah when he is 13 and he has shown signs of puberty. And likewise, a girl is only considered a gedola, is only considered to be an adult when she is 12 and she has shown signs of puberty. However, regarding this matter, promises and vows, they are considered to have matured a year earlier. That is, a boy is considered to be an adult at 12 in one day, and the girl is considered to be an adult at 11 in one day. Even if they have not yet shown signs of maturity. However, if we can ascertain that they understand who they are promising and making a vow to, then their promises and their vows are considered to be binding. However, if they're younger than this, even if they show that they comprehend, that they understand, then their words aren't binding at all. However, they should be told off and even physically punished in order to ensure that they don't swear, that they don't promise regularly with such matters. However, if it's something small, which doesn't involve any type of hardship, their parents and guardians should insist that they upkeep their promise. Seif Yod. A father can annul the promises and the vows of his daughter until she matures. That is, until she turns 12 and a half, providing, of course, that she's single. And the husband can annul the promises of his wife. And what's the criteria for this? The husband or the father says 3 times that these promises are nullified or they're negated. Or some other expression that demonstrates that he is annulling the neder from the very beginning. Whether he says it in her presence or not. However, the lotion of haTorah, meaning that it's permissible, which would otherwise apply if the judges are doing it in front of this person, that wouldn't work for the father or the husband to say that. Likewise, he can only annul them on the day that he hears them. That is, if he heard at the beginning of the night, if he's got that night and the rest of the day afterwards. However, if he heard it at the end of the day, before it became dark, before the stars emerged, he's only got that small window of time until it turns dark. But after that, it's too late. You can't annul the promise anymore. On Shabbos, you shouldn't say to her that your vow is nullified, like he does on weekday, but he should do so in his heart, meaning mentally. But rather you should say to her, Tali, take this, Ichli, eat it, etc. However, if he explicitly showed that he said something which demonstrated that he approved of the vow, even though he didn't explicitly say that he approved of it, but he somehow demonstrated that he did. So he said something that demonstrated that he approved of it. Or even if just in his heart he thought that he actually approves of her promise, his daughter's or his wife's promise, it's then too late to be made fair to nullify the vow. See if you're done. Which specific type of vows does the father or the husband is he able to nullify? Specifically things that have hardship in them. Could go in such as those prohibiting washing. The woman says she doesn't want to shower, or kishut, or adorning herself with jewelry, or kichol, or firkus, or putting makeup on one's eyes, or applying other types of cosmetics and makeup, etc. But the husband can also nullify things that don't concern any type of hardship. But if they are things that affect a husband and wife, and in this case they would cause any type of conflict. But such things, those that are personal between husband and wife, are only allowed for the woman to do so long as she is under his subjugation. In other words, they're married. However, once she has become widowed or divorced, she is no longer able to do those things that she promised she wouldn't. Have a good night.